Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. If you want to learn one of the most powerful skills used by the data analyst to work with a real company with real data, then SQL is the perfect start for you. In this video, we will start SQL from absolute beginner level. Even if you don't know anything about the coding or database, don't worry. By the end of this video, we will understand SQL basics, write your very first query confidently. So let's start your data analyst journey. First, let's understand what SQL actually is. Okay, what is SQL? SQL the stand for Structured Query Language. Structured Query Language. Okay, the SQL is used to communicate with database. Now, you may ask, what is database? A database is a collection of organized data. Okay, is a simple collection of organized data. For example, Amazon stores customer orders. Instagram stores user data. For example, if you know all the examples, suppose Amazon stores customer data, customer data. Then Instagram stores user data. Swiggy stores food orders. Okay, these are the examples. All the information stored inside the database. Okay, then and data analyst use SQL to analyze this data to find important insights. Okay, important insights means, for example, the which product is sold the most, which product sold the most. If you Amazon know to that which product most sell. Okay, which city generated highest sales, which customer order the most product. Okay, which customer order the most products. Okay, SQL helps company answer these questions quickly. Now let's understand tables, rows and columns. Okay, for example, student ID, then name, then city. Okay, student and name, city. These are the columns. Okay, three columns: student ID, name, city. Then means Rahul. The student ID, sorry, the student ID is Shiva. The name is Rahul. Then city is Delhi. Okay. The second student ID two, student two. Then the name of the student is Priya. Then the city is Mumbai. Okay. The third student ID is three. Then student name is Aman. Then the city is Bangalore. Okay. Here the vertical part called the columns and horizontal entries called the rows. Vertical part means the vertical part means the vertical part is student ID is a vertical, name is a vertical, city is a vertical means column, and horizontal means records are called the rows. Okay, these are the rows. In this table, how many rows are there? How many records are there? Three records was there. One is what? Two, three. The complete data structure is called as a table. The completely data structure is called as a table. This is a table. Okay. The basics very important before the learning SQL. Okay. SQL queries. Okay. Now let's move on the practical implementation. Okay. For the practicing SQL, we'll use the SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. Okay. Then first open the SQL Server Management Studio. Okay. This is the UI of the SQL Server Management Studio. Okay. First we have to the give the server type, the server name, and then connect. Okay. After connecting the SQL Server Management Studio, then go to the new query. Okay. Where you write the query. Okay. 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 You already know what is SQL. The SQL stands for the structured query language. Okay. Then the why you use SQL? Why we use SQL? Why? To interact with database. Okay. The simple reason is to then the we know what is SQL already. SQL stands for structured query language. Okay. The why we use SQL? The question arises your mind. Why we use SQL? SQL programming. Okay. The answer to interact with database for the following reasons. Sorry. Okay. Reasons. What are the reasons? First, to access the data, to access the data. The second, data analysis. The second one is data analysis and manipulation. Manipulation means summarizing the data and extracting the insights from the data. Okay. The data analysis means summarizing the data and extracting insights from the data. Okay. Insights from the data. Okay. The third option is data modeling and presentation. Data modeling and presentation. Okay. Okay. The data modeling and presentation means designing a data model and create a relations between them. These are the reasons why you use SQL. Then the first, how to create a database in SQL Server. Okay. How to create a database in SQL Server. Okay. How to create a database in SQL Server? The main is database in the collection of certain objects. Okay, database in the collection of certain objects. Table is one of them. Okay, how to create a database in SQL Server? Okay, the how to database is the collection of certain objects. Table is one of them. The database is the collection of certain objects. Table is one of them. Okay, then create a fast database. Okay, the what is the query for create database? Okay, okay, how to create database? First write create database with customer. Okay, create database create database name, create database name. You can give your name or anything you can give, but these are some certain rules are there. Later we say certain rules. Okay, the for the first time you know the how to create database name, a database name whatever you can you want to give, then you give. Okay, okay, then run. Okay, create database code with us, then execute it. Commands completely successfully. Okay, then active the database. How to activate? The two way you can activate. Manually you go to the s- search where is the code it has been. Okay, I refresh that. If you not so in this, okay, 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 the create database code with us now. Okay, then we can two way you can active the database. The first is manual way, second one is the we can write query, then it active. Okay, the manual way is go to the box, then search where is the code with us. Okay, code with us is there. It is the manual way. How to by query we can active the database? How? Use code with Asmi. Okay, now the always whenever you start the SQL Server Management Studio, always the master dataset is active. Okay, you have to remember. Okay, then we have to according our work we have to change our active our database. Okay, create our database and change our active active our database. Okay, use code with Asmi. You okay? Then execute. Okay, commerce complete successfully. Here it shows the code with Asmi is activated. The database is active. Then when I create a database, it comes with default objects. It comes with default objects. But where you show the show my database, there is a code with Ashmi. Okay, there is the default objects. Default objects means database diagrams, tables, views, external resources, synonyms, programmability, query store, service broker, storage, security. These are the objects. Okay, these are the objects. Then, being a data analyst, we must know three object. Three object for the data analyst. Three object is very much important. Okay, for the data analyst, straight. data analyst, we must know three objects in. What are the objects? Okay. What are the objects? The first object is tables. Okay. The second object is views. The third object is programmability. Okay. These are the objects we have to study. Okay. Then the latter part of the video we saw the how to create views, how to what is the programmability, what is the table. Latter part we explain it briefly. Okay. Third